Hey guys, so I've been thinking about doing this video for a while. It's one that really struck home with me because I'm disabled. Not in the sense of physically, but definitely emotionally, mentally, psychologically disabled. I have non-epileptic seizures. Or they mimic seizures. They're not seizures per se, they have not coined the term seizures, but I do pass out and I do shake. What else? I have anxiety, I have autism, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Now, I have a service dog, her name is Gretchen Wieners, and she is my lifesaver. You know, she is my lifeline. I bring her virtually everywhere I go, which is phenomenal. She helps me a lot. A lot of my friends have service dogs. A lot of them do. Now, the title said, "Dear able-bodied people." Now, what does that mean? Able-bodied, by definition, or whatever, means physically able or non-disabled, physically. I like to add psychologically non-disabled to that as well, because psychological disabilities are very real and very active in the community, if you will. That can include non-epileptic seizures, because we don't really know what can cause them for some of us. There's two types. There's the physiological, which can be anything from heart to brain, that does not include epilepsy. Epilepsy is the neurons misfiring. So I'm talking about like a brain tumor, God forbid, or cardio, or heart rate, anything really. And then there's the psychogenic non-epileptic seizures, so PTSD, kind of your brain compartmentalizing how to deal with certain traumas. And then there's a whole bunch of other things too. So, dear able-bodied people, first, when you see a service dog, don't ooh and ah at it, don't coo at it, and don't call at it, because that pisses us off. We're probably in the middle of a store just wanting to get milk. So please, leave us alone and treat us like anybody else. 2, don't say that you want a service dog. I don't want a service dog. I don't want to have to use a service dog. A service dog is literally saying, hey, I have a disability, which sucks. It does. 3, first of all, don't park in handicap if you're not disabled. Also, try your best to not park in the lines next to a handicap spot, because those are for wheelchair accessible cars. People with wheelchairs need those lines in order to get into their car. Don't park in there. It's rude. Just don't. Also, if you see somebody with a disability, don't stare at them. Don't ask them what their disability is. If you see somebody with a service dog, accept it. Be like, oh, that's a cool service dog, in your head. We know our dog is cute. We know our dog is working. I've literally had people, when I was with Raven, Coral, Caitlin, Mackenzie, everybody at Tuttle, literally stop in front of all of us and say, oh my gosh, look at the cute service dogs, look at that, they're working. Yeah, they are working. Leave us alone. What were we doing? We were in front of Hot Topic, sitting down, having panic attacks because dissociation station. Now, what is dissociation? It's blacking out, essentially. It's feeling like you're not in your body, I guess. Yeah. Is having a disability a trend? Is it something that you want? No. What does it feel like to have a disability? It feels like your body is literally breaking. You can't stop your body from breaking. You want to know why your body is breaking, but you can't find out. Some doctors just can't tell you, and it sucks. I know mine's due to stress. Mine's also due to PTSD. minds due to a whole slew of other things that I have no idea. I actually found a great doctor down in Tampa, but it's in Tampa, so I have to find a way to get there. Is this a call out to able-bodied people? To all of them? No. This video is to spread awareness, because not all disabilities are visible. You have the psychological. You have the visible. You have the visible disabilities, and the people that do need a wheelchair. The people that do need the cane. You have the people that have service dogs, and it's a new thing, to have a service dog. But when you need one, when you need something like that, when you have something living that you need, it's not a want. It's not something cool. It's not a trend. You need it. You need it to help you with your everyday life, so you can live a decently normal life. And to have people come up to me and say, oh, I wish I could take my dog into Kroger's or Publix or King Soopers or whatever store you're in, to have somebody come up to you and say, how do I register my dog? I want nothing to do with it. Nothing at all. I don't want to have a service dog. I want my dog to be a dog. I want my dog to be a pet. I don't want her to be a service dog, but I need her. Now, what does my dog do? My dog helps me with my seizures. She can alert 10 minutes prior to a episode. Sometimes I black out, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's just super fast, like 5-second long one. Sometimes it can be up to a minute or two, sometimes longer. I can tell maybe 30 seconds before one happens, but she can detect it 10 minutes. She helps me with my anxiety. So when I'm really nervous, I pick at my skin, at my hair, at everything. And she alerts that by pawing at me. She actually helped one of my friends, Candace, with her dissociation, which, like I said, it's kind of like blacking out, where you just kind of, it's a little bit more than zoning out. It's a little bit more in depth, I guess, than zoning out. It's feeling like you're not even in your body, and she can alert to that. I have no idea how she alerts to it, but she does. So anxiety, my tics, she helps with my meltdowns, because I do have autism. I am on the autism spectrum. So if you guys didn't know, there's autism, which is right here. There's Asperger's, which is right here. And there's PDD-NOS, which is right here. It's all on one big spectrum. And PDD-NOS is pervasive developmental disorder not otherwise specified, which means that you have some traits of autism, some traits of Asperger's, but not necessarily enough to actually put you in either of these two categories. But they are like, oh, here's a box, and we're going to put this box in the corner, and we're never going to research it ever. That's what PDD-NOS is. It's great, really. So what is it like to have a service dog? Well, for me personally, I will not take my service dog out, because I don't need her all the time, but when I do need her. So what's like when I do need her? I have to get her to poop. I will not take her into public unless she poops in the morning, because I'm deathly afraid of her pooping in public. And that's just the thing. Sometimes she won't poop. And I'm like, okay, I won't take her. And that's a choice that I personally make. I don't like to make it, because if I need her, my friends know I need her. So daily, let's see, I'll go into Kroger's and I'll get weird looks from people. I'll go into Tuttle Mall and I'll have kids run up to her and pet her. I will have people come up, oh my gosh, what kind of dog is she, try to literally make conversation with me as I'm trying to go shopping, or as I'm picking out an apple or grapes or cereal. And you know what? It sucks. It really, truly sucks, because you know what? That reminds me, I have a disability. And you know what? It sucks. It does. It truly does, because that reminds me, I'm not normal. And being not normal is okay, but when it comes to being disabled, it sucks. Maybe not for everybody, but for me personally, this is an open letter from me. to everybody. And it sucks. Because I would literally have to tell kids no. I've made kids cry, not on purpose. But I'm like, even with my family members, I'll tell them, don't touch my dog when she's working. Don't touch her when she's vested, because she needs to be focused. Now, why would you not want to touch a service dog? Great question, you guys. So, say it's a seizure alert dog. True epileptic seizure alert dog. If a dog misses an alert, you could literally be costing someone's life. One of my friend's dogs missed an alert, and she had a blackout, and she fainted, and she hit her head. So when I say please don't touch a service dog, don't coo at it, don't look at it, don't touch it. We know our dogs are cute. We do. It's not cocky. They're our babies. They're literally our lifeline. It's not dramatic. It's not. It's simple. Don't touch our children. Are we fur moms? No, because we take good care of our dogs. We do. I promise. Are they working? Yeah. Do they want to work? Yeah. Yeah. Are we mean, evil, scary people? No. No, we're normal, everyday people that just so happen to have service dogs. You know. And is it weird that I can bring my dog into Olive Garden when you can't bring your poodle? Or when you can't bring your chihuahua? It's not weird. It's not. What's the difference between Gretchen and Coco, or whatever? She helps me with my life. She tells me if my body is about to break down on me. She tells me if my heart is about to jump from 95 beats per minute to 120. Which, in that case, I'll black out. I'll get really lightheaded. And I'll faint, you know? No doctor has been able to tell me why. I've tried my caffeine, I've tried medicine, I've tried a whole bunch of other things, but nobody's ever been able to tell me why. She's the only thing that can actually tell me what's about to happen. And my watch, which watches fail. Dogs fail. But she has not missed an alert in about 3 months. Now, to the legalities. Who can train a service dog? Technically, anyone. Legally, according to the Americans with Disabilities Act, anyone can train a service dog. Now, per state, in Ohio, legally, service dogs in training, they are not covered under the ADA, which is cool. It's fine. Unless you are accompanied by a handler, or unless you're accompanied by a trainer who is covered under insurance. Now, that varies state by state, and I can make a whole nother video on that. What is a service dog? According to the ADA, its service dog is a dog or miniature horse that performs a specific task for a specific person. Now, does a service dog need to be labeled? No. No, it doesn't. A service dog, as long as they're under control, they don't have to be labeled, they don't have to be marked. But they can be asked to leave if they're disrupting everything. Now, miniature horse, those are covered. Yeah, miniature horses are covered. But what makes a service dog? It's a dog that does a specific task. So that could be anything from alerting to panic attacks, to helping the blind, to mobility, which means forward momentum, or finding an exit, which some of these things that these dogs do are incredible. They're absolutely incredible. So that's why, you guys, I am begging you, do not touch a service dog. Do not coo, do not caw, caca to a service dog. You know, it's somebody's life. And I've seen people spend $10,000, and that's on the low end, on their service dog for training. And the reason why people are so scared of fake service dogs, is because if that fake service dog attacks our dog, that's $10,000 literally we just bring up. Because our dog could become aggressive or reactive or scared and stop working. And that makes us not want to go out in public. And that's not okay. Because who's to say an able-bodied person can bring their little chihuahua or whatever and attack our lifeline and say it's okay? It's not. It's not okay. When we spend hours upon hours upon hours of training, a normal, typical service dog takes 3 years, 3 whole years of training. That's not just task work, that's also obedience. That's public access. Now, what's public access? Public access is going into an area that is not pet friendly. So, Olive Garden or the mall or any place like that. Now, how do you train your service dog? That's a fun one. A whole bunch of different ways. Positive reinforcement, you can hire a trainer, you can go to a place, you can go to a facility. And what about registries? Registries are in fact illegal. Not really illegal, just waste of money because they don't actually exist. They don't. You're literally spending money to spend money. Like, it's not doing anything. If you feel like you need a service dog, talk to your doctor. Talk to your doctor and talk to your therapist, talk to your psychiatrist or psychologist and say, hey, I'm looking into a service dog because it helps. It helps me. It helps a lot of my friends. It helps a lot of my family too, knowing that I'm safe. So, before you say, I want a service dog, know that you have a dog with you, not a robot. It's a living creature that will get attention. It will bring attention to you. People will come up to you. People will run at you. People will literally try to feed your dog in Kroger's and Walmart and stuff like that, and you will have to tell them no. Because if you don't, you're literally wasting thousands and thousands of dollars on entertainment purpose that just so happens to help you. And that's not okay for anybody's sake, for the service dog handler community or for the public, because no. So, like I said, recap, don't touch service dogs because it could kill people. Don't feed service dogs because you don't want people to waste money because of you. And share this message. Share this video with your entire family. I'm posting this one on my YouTube. Please, help us. Help us by not interrupting our dog's work, by not interrupting our training, and not judging us for being disabled. Don't ask us, you don't look disabled, what's your disability? Sorry, not everyone looks disabled. So, it's the most recent one I got from Kroger's. What's your dog do? Nothing. None of your business. Sorry. I want to share this with everyone so I can spread the word. Spread the news. Give a PSA out there. I hope you guys learned something from this video. But if you guys have any questions on it, please don't hesitate to message me or comment on this video. But I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and thanks for listening.